Oh, she got that second one. So,
Can I?
yes. Damn.
Can you guys hear us?
Yeah.
We're so excited. Can you believe how many people are on this panel right now? There's so much to share. Are you guys excited? I want to hear. I literally brought the entire almost. So we're going to do a quick round of intros. There's so much to go through, so we'll go through fairly quickly because you guys know we have some big news today, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Yes. All right. My name is Jane. I work in marketing.
It's been a while. Hi, I'm Steve. I work at design. I'm Lucasfilm and product development.
Special guest from Lucasfilm with us today. In fact, more than one.
Yeah, Adam Ostergaard from Lucasfilm on design.
Lily from design.
And I'm Eric from design as well. Yeah.
Yes, that's not. All right. Again, we have so much to go through. I'm going to spend as little time as I can in the quick recaps. Of course, we have to talk about our San Diego exclusive that is on sale right now at the booth. The Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi set from Revenge of the Sith is one convention exclusive to remember. No?
Okay.
It's a pivotal moment, a key moment that all of us, so many of us remember in toy form, with so many accessories, lava pieces, set pieces, so much to make it really come to life. So if you guys haven't gotten yet, come by the booth and get it. And we just wanted to quickly show the diorama scene that we shared on Instagram a couple months ago as well. Just taking it to that next level. Matt, our photographer.
Matt.
Is-
Oh, hey, you know.
So I'm so excited. You guys have to check us out on Instagram on Hasbro Pulse. So this set is available for purchase exclusively at the Hasbro booth 3213 during San Diego Comic-Con, and following San Diego Comic-Con, limited quantities will be available to order on HasbroPulse.com. All right, we also revealed some fall convention items yesterday, some great ones as part of the PR breakfast. So let's go through them quickly. Black Series.
That's right. So Mace Windu and Darth Sidious pack is from that Rust theme. And also Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. So we're really diving in here on some scene building opportunities this year. You see that in both sets on Black Series. So, I mean, I'm assuming you guys like that. Is that a good thing? And obviously some cool stuff here. So just quickly, Mace has updated for this pack with a new head, and he's got this fitted teeth on the along with his original portrait. So nice new addition there. And this is the first time we have Emperor Palpatine unscarred in the line. So great new ad there. Goes really well for this pack. Deluxe packaging, you see that how it unfolds there. So you see that whole Coruscant window where they have that whole encounter and that fight scene. Really cool stuff. And then finally for vintage collection, I've got a 3-pack of Jedi Spirits from Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Another key scene moment here at the end of episode 6 where we saw Anakin Skywalker. And a lot of us know this, but the characters changed through the editing of the movie for the special editions and DVD release. So for the vintage collection, we actually have both portraits in there. So the original release and then that other video. And those figures, they feature a very unique decorative treatment because of the ghosts. So Emily and Steve did such a great job on that stuff. Transparent plastics, the ghostly iridescent kind of oversprays on them, and then of course the nice transparent solid. Very cool stuff. Both the Black Series makes me do a Dark Cities pack, as well as the vintage Force Ghost 3-pack will be available for conventions later this fall. So that's things like New York and international conventions. So, remaining quantities of those will be available to over on HasbroVault.com after those conventions are all supplies. I think you guys all know that.
All right.
All right, let's move on, shall we? Let's hit that button. Oh, that's fancy. All right. It's been a while. I haven't been with you for quite a while. But it's very happy to be back. I'm not going to cry, although I already feel emotional just thinking. But just before we get into the rules, I wanted to talk about what Star Wars is. Star Wars is a generation story. It's about eras, it's about fathers and sons and parents and children and ancestry. And that is within the story itself, and that's within the fans, you lot out there, in terms of it warms my heart to see you old ones bringing the young ones into Star Wars. So thank you ever so much for doing that. It's really, really, really important. And it's a little bit of a mission for us to retain and recruit. We want to create product and stories for those of you, those old dog-eared guys and girls of you who have been around doing it for decades. But we also want to recruit new people, and I want you to help us to do that. So going forward, you're going to see a lot more balance. Some of you may have heard me talk about the importance of balance, and that's where I see balance being: retaining and recruiting, exploring the different eras. We're going to embrace the new 9 eras that Lucasfilm, my friends here at Lucasfilm, have been created for Star Wars. And you'll see that in this panel today, and you'll see that going forward as we build momentum towards a little birthday in a couple of years.
Just a little one.
Start saving money for presents. Chris, why don't you tell us a little bit about the eras, your 9 eras of Lucasfilm storytelling?
Well, I mean, they cover, it's something we implemented a couple of years ago now to kind of formalize in this thing, and you can see it on StarWars.com. And one of the things that I think that we were talking about, Steve, that we think is really important about what you're seeing here, there's a couple of things, and it all rolls into what we're talking about here today. First, you see these different eras where we tell different stories, but through it all, the important thing that I think is really a strength of the brand is it's one story. I mean, this is not kind of a bunch of different, unconnected stories. It's one continual, which means kind of the same way you're talking about with generational stuff. It kind of really builds a history, a shared experience, and a shared fandom. And along the same lines, what you're mentioning about, the different generations coming in is each one of these represents a different jumping on point for fans. I mean, there's some fans, who grew up watching classic, was in the theaters when that came out. And then that was one jumping on point. And then there's prequels, there's sequels, there's Clone Wars, there's, Mandalorian, so your New Republic era and so on. And all of those represent different ways for people to engage and get excited about the brand. And to basically say, that's my Star Wars, but collectively, it's our Star Wars. Which is nice. Yeah, and I think also, really quick, and that's what we do as we pull stuff together. We pull on those threads, as you say, to make sure there's something for everyone in the lines we're building. We're pulling threads from all through this era and weaving them together one.
It is one of the greatest stories ever told, and that story includes all of you, all of us, everyone. All right, off Speedy Soapbox, get on with some reveals. Show them some stuff. Oh, yeah. All right.
No, that was so good. So good. All right, let's start with some reveals.
Yes.
Every single High Republic era, or every single era, but we are going to touch a few. Of course, there's just so much to go through. So you'll see that kind of represented here. We're going to start with High Republic today. So let's start with Black Series. A key moment to the High Republic was one that we had the opportunity to explore not that long ago with Star Wars The Acolyte. We've done some amazing figures from the show, but there was one in particular that I felt like we were missing. No? I feel like I've heard a lot about it from the fans that are coming to tell us. Drum roll. We were very excited about this one. We are all huge, huge fans of the actor and the character. He is a brand,
You are.
Speak for yourself, Steve. He is a brand new tool with all the latest articulation, everything that we know about Black Series that we crave and love. And in his portrait, we slowly added the mustache. It's all the details. Slowly added the mustache to his face. You see Eric just like making sure that it just comes up just right. We went for that disheveled look for him, like when he first revealed himself in the show. He has a swappable helmet instead of removable. His hair just would get in the way otherwise. And fun fact from the show, when he has a helmet, he actually has a dark colored neck. So the helmet is swappable at the neck so that it's representing what we saw in the show. He comes with soft goods robe with PVC cover on top. And you can actually remove a lot of his outfit, a portion of the soft goods, the PVC cover on top to give us another look from the show. So it's like multiple figures in one. How cool is that? He comes with his gauntlet. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Lex.
Good old Kathy. Well done.
Which is he comes with gauntlet, which is a separate part. So it can actually be removed and there's deco underneath that as well. Comes with 2 lightsabers. So important from the show, the long one and the short one. The dagger can plug into the bottom of the main hilt, and the colors on the helmet represent the actual roleplay helmet that we did. Number 10 in the Acolyte lineup. This item is sold wherever Black Series is sold, available fall of this year. Pre-order. All right, listen. Listen closely to this, because I think when I have to say it like 10,000 times. Pre-order is all the same. Makes it easier. Get this, everything that we reveal in this panel today will be available for pre-order. Get this item starting tomorrow, July 26th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. or 2 p.m. Pacific Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, now I have to repeat it a few times because I messed it up. I don't want to get it. 5 p.m. Eastern. So everything that we reveal today, get it tomorrow at that time.
Please tell someone ask G again when you're done.
Oh.
All right, let's go. Let's go Age of Rebellion, so all the OT stuff. Now, I've been doing this for a while. Well, I have been doing it for a while. And you know how much I love a good video. So let's run some VT and then Eric, you can tell us all about it.
Nice. So, as you can see, we are revealing the Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker set. This is part of our kind of new vignette series that we're starting that we kind of had today with our convention exclusive. So this is the Cloud City set with the I am your father, I am your father moment. So we really tried to figure out a way to do these sets in a way that both is able to sit on your shelf and be really impactful and cool and dynamic, while also not being like too large, especially in the 6-inch series.
So we, especially in the Black Series, we definitely struggle a little bit with environment play sets, just they can get really, really large. So we worked really closely with Lucasfilm to try to establish how much of that set would include, how much do we need, and the primary driving force was trying to make sure that we could recreate those moments in like screenshots of when you're watching the movie, and you could zoom in, just like you see here, like basically recreating those shots from the movie. And yeah, this is pretty much where we landed on. This is the primary platform. It raised off the ground. We have some clear acrylic stands that are underneath it. It raises it up to get that impression of it being over that chasm. And yeah, it looks really, really dynamic. And so we also have another diorama shot as well.
Yeah, so this is a great diorama shot too.
Yeah.
So,
We gotta be careful. We're just antagonizing.
So obviously had great dad scene when shooting diorama. Again, Matt did a fantastic job of shooting this stuff. He did a great job in trying to catch that guy. Makes sense. So yeah, and we can also then just jump into the item building. So we weren't kidding when we mentioned that we were really diving into the scene building. I know a lot of people were asking about it at the booth. And yes, we definitely want to continue doing this. And this was another really iconic scene that we felt like really represented this era very well. So as you can see, this item includes a platform for that key scene, as well as some updates on Vader and Luke. So starting with figures, this is the new version of Bespin Luke. So this is his bound edge version from the very end of that fight. And we've never done this version before in the Black Series. So he has his tattered outfit, disheveled appearance, and basically just looks like he's been through the fight. He has the bruising on his eye and a lot of like rips in his clothing and stuff. And this is also before he gets his hand cut off, but you can't remove it at the wrist, like with a lot of our other characters. So you can't recreate that moment, as we saw earlier in that shot. And just a lot of new parts to recreate that look. Yeah, we had used a little bit from the Dagobah Luke. And so for the Vader, this is an existing figure, but we did want to make an update on him. Luckily, last year, or a couple months ago, we did the posable wire cape for the that exclusive, the Roman exclusive. So we have a posable wire cape for the first time on Vader here. So, we really wanted to have that really dynamic look, the capability in the wind, and we just wanted to make sure that there's a reason to buy this for Vader as well.
I mean, you can't not have Vader in the scene, so
No.
it's a great update to have.
It's such a dramatic effect.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so good.
And then we can also talk a little bit about the platform as well. So obviously with this being such a pivotal moment, we wanted to build enough of it to give a sense of that main scene. We added pegs to give the platform an impression of that it's elevated, like I mentioned before. And this is a pretty big platform and it's pretty sturdy, so we don't have the pegs for the figures to stand on because we wanted that nice clean look on the top.
Well, you guys did some great effects for the lightsaber flashes.
Yes.
That sort of stuff too.
Yeah, and yeah, just like we had in the set at San Diego, we also have the clash effect here. That's something that was, obviously really iconic. Is that effect that we've seen in every single movie with a lightsaber. And so the packaging. Oh wait, yeah. Actually, there is one thing. Yeah, the pipes actually do split, so you can remove those pipes and recreate that moment when those split open as well. So for the packaging, it shows an iconic scene up in Cloud City. The front of the pack has a black on black illustration of the duel and another very on-brand look for the Black Series line look. This is a double wedged closed box. Both side panels will show the full character illustration. And you can get this on this item on Hasbro Pulse, and it is going to be available fall of 2025.
I love that we're doing more of scene buildings for Black Series. You guys like it? So thank you so much, Eric, for sharing that. It's the whole order vintage.
Right, let's vintage collection. Oh. Era in the Star Wars timeline is really important for this collection, particularly that's the first jumping on point as our Lucasfilm friends said. And for us, it's also where we have focused in on our hashtag return to Tatooine. So we're gonna finish the return to Tatooine poster we've been building this year with a few final reveals today. And starting out So you might have seen this one, shrouded in shadow, when we first launched the Cantina Haslab, and that, you might remember it. That one is a key character. We're bringing it back to the line and building it up. It's Han Solo. Everyone, it's a brand new full Han Solo from Star Wars: A New Hope, and you can't have your Cantina without this smuggler. He's a great character, and we put so much expression into him this time. He's going to have all the latest articulation. We've got the barbell hitching off your ankles. We've made sure he can sit in that pose. He does when he's in the Cantina bar. He's also going to come with a flexible vest piece, stock and a working holster for a brand new trusty BL-44 Blaster pistol. And he's got that scoundrel smart UV with that. So this one has been just awesome to be able to build. Now, since he's an original 96 figure from that original Kenner's batch, he's going to come with that original card back image. It's a quick draw of his blaster. He shoots from the hip. It's awesome. He's going to be VC 372. And he's going to be a great addition either to your Cantina if you backed it, or just to your New Hope figure collection. Okay, this is a fun one. Now for our next reveal, let's stay on that cruise down memory lane, because this one is going to be another sneak peek image we shared at the launch of the Cantina Haslab. It's the final character on a Return to Tatooine page that we haven't revealed yet, because what would our scoundrel be without his trusty co-pilot, and that's that guy.
Wait, Eric, make some noise. Can you make some noise?
This one was.
Oh no.
All right.
All right. You're fine. So, partially updated figure, but what that means is that he's going to have completely new legs from hip to toe. He's going to have barbell hips, he's going to have rocker ankles, he's very updated for a lot more movement and posing. And that's going to be so fun for him. Now, he's also got a brand new sculpted portrait with that roaring open mouth. And working with our physical partners, something we wanted to do is make sure that all the teeth they're molding in this time, they can't be super sharp, it's a toy, but we're going to see those lower teeth a little more this time. And he will also come with his bowcaster. Now, Chewbacca's card back, he's already come on the vintage collection on that original Kenner card, so this is a slight variation. This is updated for a view of him that's similar to that original Kenner card at different angles. And I think it's a unique shot. You see a little more of this
back because we don't want to give them too long. So let's go to another era full of the Jedi. Let's take this on.
Yep.
Eric, that's you.
So this is the home of the prequels and the Clone Wars, another heavy hitter time period for a lot of fans, including a lot of us sitting here on the panel now. This is the era of the I grew up with. Sorry, Big.
Your moments.
So we are going to reveal, our first reveal is going to be a Anakin and clone Captain Rex clone continuity. So this is continuing that collection that we've been doing along with Disney. So this is a package refresh of that new Anakin that we did in mainline. So this is the one from the Ahsoka series. But because he's basically in the exact same outfit, we felt like it was appropriate to have here. We really like that version of that character. So this is him in his Clone Wars armor that we saw obviously in the Clone Wars and in the flashback for the Ahsoka series. He has the soft goods skirt and lapel, the blue and the red, and to help with that increased mobility and post-mobility on guns. And of course, he comes with this blue lightsaber. And then this is the Clone Captain Rex Phase 2 with all of the tick marks. So this one comes with that soft goods skirt and removable helmet and 2 pistols. And we know that a lot of fans have a lot of love for Rex himself, so want to get him back out. This is the 4th 2-pack that we've done as part of the Clones of the Republic series. And just like the others, it's double wedged with a full character illustration on each side of the panel. This is a Hasbro Pulse and Disney Store exclusive, available fall of 2025. Pre-order for Hasbro Pulse is available starting tomorrow, July 26th at 2 p.m. Eastern or Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern time.
Oh, you missed
And
the
James
button.
screwed it up. It's okay.
So
We won't say it again.
when I say something, Eric tends to parrot my
I
mistakes.
do it.
So
Like on the life. Yes.
2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern time. We got this. We got this.
Next time we'll just write it on the slide.
We will. And this will be coming soon to the Disneyland Resort, Walt Disney World Resort, and DisneyStore.com. So our next reveal is from Clone Wars Season 4. It is a bounty hunter and a really are you guys excited? This character turned out great. I can't wait for you guys to see her down the booth. It is Asajj Ventress. This is a newly tooled version of her, other than the head, so that part is existing, but everything else is new. Has that gold wash all over the lapel on the front, and it turned out really nice. So we're really, really happy with how that looked. She comes with a removable helmet, which also articulates, so you get that visor, you can open that up and down, and the face mask hinges to remove.
That's cool feature.
Yeah.
Face mask and things.
And the helmet just looks really cool on her. And she obviously has her 2 lightsabers, which can be attached together for the dual-ended effect. And then both hilts can attach into her hip, just like on the previous releases of this figure. As for the packaging, here's a quick look. This is Asajj. Asajj is number 21 in the Clone Wars lineup. And love the yellow look for the Clone Wars line look, and it just looks really, really cool. So it fit really well along with the rest of your collection. Moving on to our final reveal for the Black Series, also Bounty Hunter from Episode 2. This one has been long awaited for an update. It is a brand new Jango. So this one is a completely new tool. We needed a brand new Jango Fett. The last one was definitely old and getting dated. We didn't use it a lot on a lot of different characters. And we really wanted to update this key character, especially with him having such an iconic look for bounty hunters and for the Mandalorians. So this one comes with the butterfly joints, the swivel at the top of the gauntlet, and basically all the latest and greatest articulation that we've come to expect recently from our new Black Series figures. He comes with a movable helmet with a brand new portrait underneath. And on his helmet, there is the movable viewfinder like we've come to expect on a lot of the Mandalorian characters. And we did add a subtle 5 o'clock shadow along with some scarring on the face of the character, just like in the movie. And of course, we had to include the jetpack from the end of the movie. It's a little bit cleaner and a little bit more cohesive with the rest of the look of the character. And that can be taken on and off. He comes with the 2 working holsters and a pistol to put in them. And we took some learnings from the Mando to get his metal finish on the decal on his torso and armor pieces.
Yeah, I think I'm really.
Again, excited for you guys to see it down the booth. It looks really good.
Man, jump in for a second. Yeah, I've been going through this. I was just thinking this, I mean, you go through all this detail. And it's one thing that we're always impressed by what you guys bring to the table with the quality of it. I'm just looking at the likenesses, the face prints, the detail, the quality you're putting in. It's always really impressive. And I hope everybody agrees on that, but I really think it's been really good.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's improved.
It's approved. That's good.
Yeah. No, but these are our unsung heroes. You guys know the designers here are so precious with the work and everything they do. They pour their heart and soul into it. And on the other side of it, we have Chris and Adam on everything that we do. So they are there as our key partners. Woo!
And as for the packaging, Jango Fett is number 10 in our episode 2 lineup. Another really great color for that collection. And both Asajj and Jango are available wherever Black Series figures are sold spring of 26.
All right. And let's move on to the Fall of the Jedi area for the vintage collection. And we're going to start looking here. It's just going to be one small figure reveal from the Clone Wars. And it is the feared Coruscant card, the Imperial Shock Troopers. All right. Now, these were always at the Emperor's troopers, but in the Clone Wars, we also saw them sent across the galaxy on missions and all kinds of episodes. And we are excited to bring this clone trooper into the new latest clone body tooling. And it's going to be fully articulated this time. Now they have that red patterning across the armor. It's glossy, it's shiny, it's appealing. And we have these 2 clone troopers in its one style.
No.
DC and his larger piece. Now the previous DC release had a clone trooper, and it was on a Revenge episode part. So this time we are going to do it on a Clone Wars card back to celebrate their appearances in that animation. It'll be DC 374, I believe. Now the Shock Trooper is available wherever vintage figures are sold, available for fall this year. And look out for that pre-order, same thing. All the others, but I'll be stating starting tomorrow, July 26th at 2 p.m. Pacific time or 5 p.m. Eastern time.
Bro.
Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern.
A minus, Jen, A minus.
Why not?
All right, we sped through it. That's why I made a mistake, because we were trying to get all those reveals in for you guys so that you had a chance to see it all. But they're definitely going to be at the booth if you want to see them in person after this panel. We want to save a good, healthy chunk of time for what's to come next. All right, what could it be?
Oh,
What are you?
sand.
Yes.
Wow. Right.
Oh, exciting. Oh my God. It is time. It is time for.
Give me a minute, I gotta hydrate because there's a lot to talk about. Deep breath. Deep breath. All right, first off, scale. We all know we have done this in the past. That was a toy. This thing is not a toy. You can play with it, you can do all the stuff, but when you think toy, this is not the thing that comes to mind. This thing is so detailed, and we went into all of that reference with Lucasfilm. We still included all the play features, all that great stuff. But man, this thing is over the top on detail. You see how much bigger it is here. It's over, what do we have up there on screen? It's like 20%. It's actually 23 something percent. It's huge. One of the big problems was figure fit. We'll get more into that as we go, but just a good impression. I actually brought one of the original ones, so when we have this thing out and we're talking, we can play and you guys can see in person just how impressive these things are. All right. Next up, we're gonna just kind of walk through some of this stuff real quick. I think we only have about 15 minutes. I'm happy to talk more in Babylon endlessly about this down the booth. Adam, he will, when around, he will as well. We've been diving into this thing together. So just some quick overall details of the ship, lots of great detail based off that latest Islander model. They rebuilt the model for the Mandalorians in that great chase sequence where Grogu's escaping with Keller and Beck from the Jedi Temple. So all of like bunch of new little details added into that model. We use that as our primary base for building this thing. Then went back to episode 2 for details, and we've been back and forth about.
Yeah, Chris and I actually spent late nights texting each other, basically watched the movie over and over again to get in all those little details. And we've been working on it for months. And I saw the model yesterday, and there's so much detail in it. We were both going, "Ooh, wow, that's exciting." So it's impressive.
I did to that party.
Well, we had to keep it on the down low. We didn't want everybody to know what was going on.
Oh, everyone heard that. Everyone heard that.
All right, so you see a little bit of the details of the ship here. Those posable front chin cannons. We can go to the next slide. You see the back three quarter. Another look at those opening side door panels. The right side where you get a peek at the inside of those side doors. Like on all of our stuff now, we want to really get every surface covered with fun details. So you see some of that structure going on there. All that. You see some of the rear vent detail there and the cannon on the cannon panels and really capture the weathering, like great deco. And a quick note on deco. In this one, all these renders that you see here, these were earlier. Like we've been continuing to evolve the deco on this thing. It now has washes all over. You'll see that on the one downstairs. We've just been continuing to add as we get further and further into this and learn the ship better. And I think you guys will be really impressed with what you see downstairs when we get the actual. The rear cannon like has a pivot on it, those little ball pivots so you can pose that thing around. Go on to a nice front view. Great look at those ball turrets. More on those in a few, but they're designed to be posable and nicely hold figures. So it's really easy to get those figures in. That was super important to make sure those fit and really work well. Next up, we've got a great side view here. Gives you an overall idea of the proportions. Nice big opening on the side for troops, like I said. And some of those, like the logos and all the little warning, eject warning decals, all that sort of stuff, pulling that from episode 2 and behind the scenes reference that they just like zip by on screen, but we were digging around in the archives. And
We had some imagery, so, at Lucasfilm that, Chris and I were going back and forth and making sure every single little emergency decal, is as accurate as possible.
yeah, and they're not as accurate as possible in the model you're gonna see downstairs, because we, like I said, we've continued to evolve even since we did that one last week.
Yeah.
All right, so here, next up, a quick look at the underside of the ship. Obviously detail all over this thing, even some fun washes and streaky weathering stuff going on there. Next up, so looking down at some of the top details, so on the left there, you see those missile systems of the LA-AT. On the left, you see the detail of those ground drones. Those all rotate. All the missiles pull out of those individually, so you can rotate those things, pull them
And
out.
that's another section, and when you look into it, when you see the model, there is just detail inside where it goes,
Yeah, up under the lips and in the corners, everywhere, yeah. No, on the right, under wing missiles, so this thing is decked out in that stuff, and all those pull out, snap into place, the great detail, and all that detail, one of the really fun things with the launches on, because of all that detail, it's really trapping dirt in all the places you'd expect dirt to be trapped. It's trying to be really amazing. So, let's see, we've got the little ball turrets, we've got this in the wings, shot in the top. Those rotate side to side in the wings and have the little clicking mechanism in which you can pose them out in all the different positions. They've obviously got the clear lens on them or clear covers on them, but all the great detail inside. And I think they even added some more detail in there for those latest models. So extra special stuff there. On the right there, we pulled off the panel area behind the cockpit. So that's kind of a fun new addition here and part of that play and ability to go beyond just the model from the show. So we wanted to give spaces for storing things in there, weapons, figures, all that stuff. We've got up there now, we're looking at the back view of the ship, so the opening rear ramp. We're still adding detail in this thing, not only just in deco, but in sculpt too. So that ramp there actually gets some texture and stuff on it. There's some nice grading and lining work going on there. Next up, you might have caught it in the last image, but we're also including full panel sets for the side of the ship. So there are versions of this we know where they close off everything and it's nice secure inside. We pull off the next slide pulls off. I just did this to pull off so you guys can see it really well, but the door is covered, the side panels on there. So, and then we take those panels off, also pulled off the front panel there. So some of that detail inside on the front there, inspired by the cross-section books and some of the great inventing that was going on back in the day on that stuff too. So it's really cool stuff. That front panel, as you saw in the little video, if we go to the next slide, that we removed on both sides. And then here on the left side of the ship, you see into a nice new compartment in there. I think it's the cross section what's called. Is that a medical bay, if I remember right? It's cool details. And of course, the next slide shows us those different views. So, wanted to give you guys options of this, the Crumb Bomber and service with a smile. Yeah, so some nice iconic versions of that ship, and you get a panel for each side for each of those pieces, and those are already decorated and split out. Let's see. Next up, we have just some great fun shots here. You have a few stands. The stand on the right's actually evolved a little bit. It's a little more turned down even than what we show there and what we have. But wanted that cool in-flight mode and the version where if you want to put it out with troops hopping in and out of it, some great stuff. And like I said, troops hopping in and out. That was an important part of the scale of this thing and making sure it really worked well. I don't know. You see this on this slide. We ghosted in some ghosted in some clone troopers just to give you guys an idea of how big that interior is and how well they fit. Then you get your whole squad of troopers in there. There's some good clone shots.
And they don't even focus pen this one.
Mentioned earlier, we looked a little more at the bubble turrets. So here you go, you get to see a little bit more detail on how much those figures fit in there. Additional details, the cockpit is up next. Just a quick look down in there, the front panels were really detailed up well for the Mandalorian. So we took the inspiration for those panels, just like the production group and back and designed new output graphics for the panels. We'll bring stuff up to modern standards. And then obviously the top comes off that, and those two figures, I mean, obviously this thing needs two pilots, or a pilot and a co-pilot, so wanted to give you guys both of those. They fit in there great. You see that here. But that's it for a quick recap of the ship itself. I will show you guys everything you want to see on this. We can model, whole panels, and get all the funky.
All right, we have 3 minutes, so we're gonna go through this figure so quickly, okay?
All right, you saw that double cartridge, and that's gonna need 2 pilots. So we know it's gonna be like to open a figure, so we need to keep it close. So one of those out carded and the other open. I'm gonna just clear up that whole trace for you. Following that, let's go through those tiers. So our first tier, yes. So this is Coleman Trebor. Now he's super fun, and I gotta shout out to Coleman because he tried to end the whole Battle of Geonosis early by getting up there on the balcony and taking on the rope himself. Didn't super end well, you know. We tried. Let's celebrate it. We tried, guys. Also, we just had like a dinosaur, and we love that for him. He's gonna come with a force hand, and all 3 of these guys are. And you're also gonna see maybe a sub theme of books that all have a green lightsaber, but this is Green Lightsaber Force Hand Club, and they're gonna rock. Now each of these guys is gonna come super posable because they're gonna have soft goods robes and soft goods tunic skirts. Next up, Stacy 10. He's amazing. I love the color on his head. This alien species is awesome. Honestly, aliens are awesome. So Stacy 10, he's really important because he's one of those Jedi Council members, has a great role later in episode 3. And following that, our tier 3 is going to be Aegon Kolar. And he's very cool. This is a, Zabrak species, same species as Darth Maul. You can see the horns kind of popping through his hair there. So these are amazing Jedi warriors. They're here to form a perimeter, save your heroes, and add to your Jedi collection in an awesome way. This is a shot of everything included.
Join the battle, bring this gunship to you for $449.99, funded at 8,000 backers. You have until September 8th of this year at 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. Again, we have all the tiers. There's so much here. A lot more about it in the booth. We're so beyond excited to bring this full vehicle to life. And stop by, definitely come and take a look. And so final what, we loved about the last Haslab was the cantina. We kicked off a whole world around it. We returned to Tatooine. As you can tell, vintage is going to prequels for 2020. Yeah. This is Tatooine. It is the Battle of Geonosis.
Yeah.
Enemy is so action packed. The future is now. There's so much more to come. So let's definitely stay tuned for
We will see you on the Saturday.
Make the beats.
Please come by and come talk to us about it. And for those that didn't lightsaber come by, we also have the packaging and stuff like that for you guys.
And the posters will be down there as well.
Posters.
Be down. Like she said. Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Sorry for the interruptions. Thank you very much for tuning in.